Actor Terrence has died at the age of 87.
Also today, actress Michelle Trachtenberg has died at the age of 39. She's best known for her roles in Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, and Gossip Girl.
Hollywood is grieving again. In just a matter of days, the spotlight dimmed for 8 beloved stars whose voices once filled our screens with laughter, power, and grace. Their sudden departures have left an ache that fans worldwide can't seem to shake. From unexpected tragedies to quiet farewells, each loss carries a story that deserves to be told. Grab a seat as we reveal the emotional truth behind the passing of 8 famous actors who left us far too soon.
That the Oscar-winning American actor Gene Hackman, along with his wife Betsy, have been found dead in their home in New Mexico in the United States. This is breaking news.
Number 8. Michelle Trachtenberg. Michelle Trachtenberg, the beloved American actress whose talent lit up screens for decades, passed away on February 26, 2025, in New York City at the age of 39. Known for her iconic roles as Dawn Summers in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the unforgettable Georgina Sparks in Gossip Girl, she left behind a legacy of performances that captivated millions and influenced a generation of viewers. Her sudden passing shocked fans worldwide, revealing how much of her personal struggle remained hidden from the public eye. In the weeks following her death, new details began to emerge. A New York medical examiner confirmed that Michelle had died from complications of diabetes mellitus. Initially, her family declined an autopsy, and her cause of death was listed as undetermined, though reports suggested she had recently undergone a liver transplant. Friends close to her described a quiet struggle with lingering health issues, revealing that her body had simply grown weary after years of fighting illness. One longtime friend shared with Entertainment Tonight that in recent years Michelle had kept a low profile, spending her days at home with her boyfriend Jay and her cat Martini, embracing a quieter life away from the public eye. Her final social media posts now carry a haunting resonance. Weeks before her passing, she had shared candid selfies and personal moments that sparked concern among fans, though she often pushed back against speculation about her health. At the time, few could have known the seriousness of her condition. Those posts are now revisited with heartbreak, as fans and friends grapple with the reality that her struggles had largely remained private. Michelle's career spanned decades, beginning with childhood roles on Nickelodeon before rising to prominence as Dawn Summers. She later starred in Eurotrip, 6 Feet Under, and Gossip Girl, with her final on-screen appearance in last year's independent film Spiral. Her death came just weeks after reports surfaced of a potential Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot, leaving fans to wonder if she would have played a role in the new production. Beyond her memorable performances, those who knew her hope she is remembered for her authenticity, kindness, and loyalty. A star whose light shone brightly, even in her private battles. But before Michelle Trachtenberg's tragic farewell, another Hollywood icon had quietly left us. Who could it be? Stay tuned, because the answer might surprise you. Number 7. Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman, the iconic American actor whose name was synonymous with gravitas and versatility, died on February 18, 2025, at the age of 95 in New York City, succumbing to complications from heart disease. Hackman's career spanned decades, earning him enduring acclaim for roles that combined toughness with subtle humanity. He captivated audiences as the relentless Detective Popeye Doyle in The French Connection, and delivered a masterful, morally complex performance in Unforgiven, winning Oscars for both. Beyond acting, Hackman also explored the director's chair, shaping stories behind the camera and leaving an indelible mark on cinematic storytelling. colleagues and fans alike often spoke of his authenticity, his ability to inhabit characters fully, whether on the streets of 1970s New York or the lawless landscapes of the American West. Even in his later years, Hackman remained a quiet, formidable presence in Hollywood, a reminder of an era when actors balanced star power with craft, leaving performances that felt lived in and real, rather than merely performed. Though his passing marks the end of an extraordinary life, Hackman's legacy continues to resonate in the countless films that still influence actors and filmmakers today. From intense dramas to gritty thrillers, his roles showcased not just talent, but a profound understanding of human nature, a gift that allowed him to transcend genres and generations. Friends and collaborators recall his generosity on set and his unwavering commitment to storytelling, traits that made him not just a star, but a mentor and inspiration to many. Even as fans reflect on Hackman's career, they are reminded that his art often revealed truths about life's complexities, blending strength with vulnerability, authority with compassion. His presence on screen was magnetic, leaving audiences both awed and moved. As the tributes poured in following news of his death, it became clear that Hackman had not only entertained, but also shaped the way modern cinema understands character, integrity, and performance, leaving a lasting impression that time cannot erase. But just as Hollywood was still mourning recent losses, another legend took his final bow. Who could it be? Let's find out. Number 6. Michael Madsen. Michael Madsen, the celebrated American actor whose magnetic presence could both captivate and unsettle, passed away on July 3, 2025, at the age of 67 in his Malibu home, succumbing to heart failure. His career spanned decades, leaving an indelible mark on Hollywood through performances that blended menace, charm, and raw intensity. Audiences first came to recognize his brilliance in Reservoir Dogs, where his portrayal of Mr. Blonde was as terrifying as it was unforgettable. Every glance, every calculated movement radiated a dangerous energy that made the character linger in the minds of viewers long after the credits rolled. Madsen later showed remarkable versatility, taking on roles like Bud in Kill Bill, where he balanced depth and subtlety with the edge fans had come to expect. Critics and colleagues often remarked on his ability to fully inhabit a character, transforming scripts into living, breathing worlds. Behind the camera, he earned respect not only for his craft, but for his mentorship, quietly guiding younger actors while maintaining the enigmatic aura that made him so compelling on screen. Throughout his career, Madsen seamlessly navigated between mainstream blockbusters and independent films, always delivering performances that felt genuine and unforced. He had an uncanny talent for conveying emotion without words, letting a subtle look or pause reveal the inner life of his characters. This quiet mastery of nuance made him one of the most admired actors of his generation, a performer whose presence alone could elevate a scene. Even in later years, Madsen remained a vital figure in Hollywood, a testament to an era when intensity, authenticity, and dedication defined performance. His death sent ripples through the entertainment community, with fans and collaborators mourning a talent that had influenced generations. Beyond his iconic roles, those who knew him celebrated his dedication to storytelling, his professionalism, and his ability to leave a lasting impression on everyone he worked with. Michael Madsen's legacy continues to live on, etched into the countless memorable performances that made him an enduring presence in film and a figure whose brilliance will be remembered for years to come. But if one legend's departure shakes Hollywood, what impact does the next loss leave behind? Keep reading. Number 5. Lar Park Lincoln. Hollywood lost one of its most beloved talents, when Lar Park Lincoln, the acclaimed American actress known for her unforgettable roles in Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood and Knots Landing, passed away on April 22, 2025 at the age of 63. She died peacefully at her home in Dallas, Texas, after a long and courageous battle with breast cancer. Born Lori Jill Park on May 12, 1961, in Dallas, her journey from small-town dreamer to celebrated actress and mentor was one defined by passion, grace, and quiet strength. Lar's daughter, Sophia Lincoln, confirmed her passing in a heartfelt statement, describing her mother's final hours as filled with light and love. She didn't want to be defined by illness, Sophia said. She wanted to be remembered for living, teaching, and dreaming. In her last moments, Lar reportedly whispered to her daughter, "Keep dreaming, baby girl. That's how you make your mark." Those words, simple yet profound, captured the essence of a woman who lived her life with courage and heart. Her breakout role came in 1988, when she portrayed Tina Shepard in Friday the 13th, Part 7. The New Blood, a young woman gifted with telekinetic powers who dared to confront Jason Voorhees head-on. Fans adored her for bringing emotional depth to the horror genre, making Tina one of the franchise's most iconic and human heroines. The success of the film cemented Lar's reputation as a cult favorite and a true scream queen of her generation. In the early 1990s, she shifted to television, joining the cast of CBS's Knots Landing as Linda Fairgate. Her layered and fiery performance breathed new life into the long-running drama and earned her the admiration of both audiences and peers. Over her 4-decade career, Lar appeared in a range of projects, from Highway to Heaven in 1987 to Children of the Night in 1991, each one showcasing her rare ability to blend vulnerability with quiet power. Away from the spotlight, Lar dedicated herself to mentoring young performers. She founded Actors Audition Studios in Texas, where she helped aspiring actors find their voices and confidence. Even through her illness, she continued teaching, often arriving to class despite grueling treatments. Her students described her as a champion, someone who believed in them even when they didn't believe in themselves. But if Lar Park Lincoln's life, devoted to nurturing talent, leaves a mark, what echoes remain when the next Hollywood legend quietly passes away in people's lives? Keep watching. Number 4. Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, the acclaimed American actor, whose intensity and versatility made him one of Hollywood's most unforgettable figures, passed away on April 1, 2025, at the age of 65 in Los Angeles. His death was attributed to pneumonia, marking the end of a life filled with art, resilience, and transformation. To generations of movie lovers, Kilmer was more than just a star. He was a chameleon, an actor who could move effortlessly between roles of fire, wit, and vulnerability, leaving behind performances that continue to echo through film history. Born in Los Angeles in 1959, Kilmer showed signs of brilliance early on, becoming the youngest student ever admitted to the Juilliard School's drama program. His training, combined with his natural charisma, laid the foundation for a career that would see him shape some of the most iconic characters of modern cinema. His breakout role as the cool and confident Iceman in Top Gun in 1986 catapulted him to international fame, matching Tom Cruise's Maverick with a calm, calculated intensity that made their on-screen rivalry legendary. Years later, he brought to life one of the most beloved portrayals in Western cinema, Doc Holliday in Tombstone in 1993. With sharp humor and tragic depth, Kilmer's performance captured both the swagger and fragility of a man battling his own mortality. It was the kind of role that defined him, complex, layered, and impossible to forget. Critics hailed it as one of the finest supporting performances of the decade, and it remains a cornerstone of his career. Beyond his iconic characters, Kilmer's career reflected both artistic risk and personal struggle. He embraced roles that challenged convention, from The Doors, where he embodied Jim Morrison with haunting precision, to The Saint and Heat, where he proved his unmatched range. Off-screen, his battle with throat cancer became a story of quiet courage. Even as his voice changed, Kilmer continued to act, write, and create, speaking candidly about his journey in his memoir, I'm Your Huckleberry, and the 2021 documentary, Val, which offered a deeply personal look at his life and artistry. Those who worked with him often described Kilmer as passionate, enigmatic, and endlessly dedicated. A true craftsman who lived for his work. His passing left Hollywood reflecting on the brilliance of a man who refused to be ordinary, an artist who poured his soul into every frame. Shortly after Val Kilmer's passing, the world mourned another beloved star. But who would be next to face a shocking farewell? Stay tuned. Number 3. Julian McMahon. Julian McMahon, the acclaimed Australian-American actor, celebrated for his magnetic performances on both television and film, passed away on July 2, 2025, at the age of 56 in Clearwater, Florida. His death, caused by lung metastasis stemming from head and neck cancer, marked the end of a life dedicated to captivating audiences with a blend of charm, intensity, and undeniable charisma. McMahon's career was defined by roles that were as seductive as they were complex, leaving an enduring imprint on pop culture. Born in Sydney, Australia, in 1968, McMahon initially pursued modeling before discovering his true calling in acting. His breakthrough came with the provocative and stylish medical drama Nip Tuck, where he brought Dr. Christian Troy to life, a character whose confidence, ambition, and moral ambiguity enthralled viewers week after week. McMahon's portrayal was both daring and nuanced, earning him acclaim for his ability to balance charm with darkness, making Dr. Troy one of the most memorable characters on television during the early 2000s. Following this, he gained further fame with Charmed, where he embodied Cole Turner, a character torn between love, temptation, and loyalty. McMahon infused the role with depth, delivering moments of vulnerability alongside the seductive, morally conflicted persona that fans could not resist. His ability to command attention in every scene made him a standout in ensemble casts, proving that his talent extended far beyond mere leading man appeal. McMahon's career also included ventures into film, where he demonstrated versatility across genres, often embracing roles that challenged expectations and highlighted his range. Colleagues and fans alike admired not only his on-screen intensity, but also his off-screen professionalism and quiet dedication. Those closest to him described a man who, despite fame, remained grounded and committed to his craft, always seeking to bring authenticity and depth to every character he portrayed. In the wake of his passing, tributes poured in, reflecting the impact McMahon had on audiences around the world. His work, spanning decades and continents, continues to resonate, offering a testament to an actor who never shied away from complexity, who embraced both the shadows and light within his characters, and whose presence on screen was as magnetic as it was unforgettable. Number 2. Robert Redford. Robert Redford, the renowned American actor, director, and producer whose career helped shape modern cinema, passed away on September 16, 2025, at the age of 89. He died peacefully at his home in Utah, surrounded by family. leaving behind a legacy that spanned over 6 decades of filmmaking brilliance. Redford was more than a movie star. He was an architect of storytelling, a man whose vision and artistry transformed how audiences connected with the screen. Born in Santa Monica, California in 1936, Redford's rise to fame came through performances that blended charm, intelligence, and quiet rebellion. His breakout came in the late 1960s with Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, where his effortless chemistry with Paul Newman turned the film into an instant classic. Together, they created one of Hollywood's most enduring duos, two outlaws whose humanity resonated as deeply as their mischief. Just a few years later, Redford solidified his reputation with All the President's Men, portraying journalist Bob Woodward in a film that captured America's turbulent relationship with truth and power during the Watergate era. Yet Redford's influence reached far beyond acting. In 1980, he directed Ordinary People, a deeply emotional exploration of grief and family, which earned him an Academy Award for Best Director. It was a triumph that revealed another side of his artistry: sensitive, deliberate, and profoundly human. That same vision inspired him to found the Sundance Institute and the Sundance Film Festival, nurturing generations of independent filmmakers and giving rise to new voices that reshaped the industry. Friends and collaborators often described him as fiercely private, yet endlessly passionate, a man who preferred the quiet solitude of his Utah ranch to the chaos of Hollywood glamour. Even in his later years, Redford continued to act, direct, and advocate for environmental causes, staying true to his lifelong commitment to both art and nature. His calm presence, golden-era charisma, and unshakable integrity made him one of the most respected figures in American film. As news of his passing spread, tributes poured in from across the world, each one echoing the same truth. Robert Redford was not merely a star, but a symbol of timeless storytelling and authenticity that defined an era. Following the loss of Robert Redford, the world of cinema mourned another towering talent. Keep watching to find out who. Number 1. Terrence Stamp. Terrence Stamp, the legendary English actor whose commanding presence and striking performances captivated audiences for decades, passed away on August 17, 2025, at the age of 87, surrounded by his family. Born in London in 1938, Stamp carved a career that balanced elegance, intensity, and an enigmatic charm, making him one of the most unforgettable faces in film history. Stamp's breakthrough came in the 1960s, a period when British cinema was redefining itself. He quickly became known for roles that combined sophistication with danger, most memorably as General Zod in Superman in 1978. His portrayal of the ruthless Kryptonian villain was iconic, commanding attention with every line and gesture, and leaving an imprint on popular culture that endures to this day. Yet Stamp's versatility went far beyond such larger-than-life characters. In The Collector, in 1965, he delivered a haunting performance as Freddie Claw, a role that showcased his ability to explore the darker, more complex layers of human psychology with subtlety and precision. Throughout his career, Stamp moved effortlessly between genres and continents, working in British, American, and European cinema. He became known for embracing roles that challenged both himself and his audiences, often bringing a depth and gravitas that few actors could match. Colleagues frequently described him as intensely private, yet profoundly committed to his craft, a man whose off-screen demeanor was quietly reflective, contrasting with the power he brought to the screen. Beyond the fame and accolades, Stamp's influence extended into shaping the image of modern cinematic villains and complex protagonists alike. His performances combined elegance, menace, and vulnerability in ways that continue to inspire actors today. Even in later years, he remained a respected figure, attending retrospectives and supporting the film community, always mindful of the artistry that had defined his life. Fans remember Terrence Stamp not just for his legendary roles, but for the sheer magnetism he brought to every scene. Whether commanding the skies as General Zod or delving into the moral shadows as Freddie Clay, his presence was unforgettable, leaving behind a legacy that defines a golden era of cinema and continues to resonate with generations of movie lovers worldwide. So, what do you think about the incredible legacies these 8 actors left behind, and which performance touched you the most? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that matter.